Hey guys, Joe here, and here we are to talk about Wario. Now, just to note, these are my opinions and opinions of others who I have written guys that I have read, so sorry if I give you any false information, and if you do happen to find anything false or anything that is not quite true, tell me in the comment section below, because we're all just trying to help each other improve in this game. Wario's history is that Wario found himself dead in the middle of the Game Boy Advance days on his very own game, Wario Land. In this game, Wario was an invincible and just wanted some coins to fill the need for greed that he had. Wario is a fun character that acts as a comic relief in all the knockoff games like Mario Golf and Mario Kart. Wario has had a few newer games, but his best-selling games are still on the handheld systems. Wario is a weird character that doesn't really act like anybody else in this game. He's sort of similar to Jigglypuff, but quite a bit different. Most of his moves are pretty close range and make him get really close to the enemy, but when he is there, he is rewarded with high damage, quick combos, and some slow but very powerful finishing moves. The problem about Wario is that his tilts and his killing smashes are a little bit slow, but if you can get a good read, then Wario will be the man to murder. Wario's dash attack is a little bit too slow on the startup lag to be extremely useful, so I would not recommend you use this too much, but it does have some usage as an out of shield option. When you are shielding, sometimes you can go for dash attack and it will hit the opponent. It can actually poke through shields when your opponent is shielding because how low it hits, and you can hit people off the edge of the cliff if they have grabbed the cliff twice. So it has those, but it really doesn't lead to any combos, and it isn't quite a killing move, but it can get the opponent off you. Wario has a really quick jam combo, which is actually semi-decent, but mostly because it can actually combo out of his nair if you time it right. Now, his jab combo does not combo into anything else afterwards, but it does do a high amount of damage, and it has decent knockback. It will not kill like many other jabs, but it does do okay knockback, and it can hit the opponent off the cliff, so then you can go for some gimps, which Wario is very good at. The forward tilt of Wario is a kind of weird one. Now it's pretty much exactly like his forward smash, except for a little bit faster, but it can't be charged. It does a lot of knockback, almost close to as much as his forward smash, and it just does pretty much the same properties. It does seem to have a little smaller hitbox, but that really doesn't matter way too much. You can pivot forward tilt, and that's okay. Most of the time you won't really be using your forward smash or your forward tilt because they are both very slow. But if you don't want to go for a forward smash because you have used it way too much, then a forward tilt is a good way to get a forward smash like attack, but not actually stall out your forward smash. Wario's up tilt is like many other up tilts, in which you can combo 1 to 2 to maybe 3 of these together, so that is definitely very strong. You can go up tilt into up tilt also, and then go into an up air, neutral air, or forward air, and sometimes a back air, but they can air dodge the back air. You can also go into a down air, which will hit most of the time. Wario's up tilt is very strong, and probably one of his better combo starting moves other than his grabs. If you are stationary on the ground, or you can go for a pivot up tilt, it is something that you really should try to do quite often, because it does have a very good hitbox, it'll give you the combos, and this is just your main combo starter. The poke is a decent one. It does come out very fast, and it can actually trip the opponent, but other than doing those two things, it really doesn't do way too much. You can sometimes trip into a side B, like throwing your motorcycle at them, or you can trip into a neutral B and bite them, or you could try to trip into dash attack, but a lot of the times they can't just get up, or they can just get away. So really his down tilt isn't extraordinarily useful, but it does have a few uses. The main use that I do use it for, though, is trip them and then go for a grab, because you can grab people while they're tripped, which can be pretty nice, but if they immediately press R and hold the opposite direction, you really won't be able to do much out of your down tilt. Again, the side smash is pretty much like the forward tilt. Now the side smash, in my opinion, is actually a lot better than the forward tilt. It has quite a bit more knockback, or at least when it's charged a little bit. It seems to have a little bit bigger of a hitbox, and I just like how you can charge it so then you can read some dodges, and you can do a lot of other stuff like that, which forward tilt actually can't do because it's not chargeable at all. Now you shouldn't be using side smash that often, to be honest, because it is way too slow to actually combo into any moves. And really, the only use of side smash is as a thing which you can just get a very good read on. If you get a great read, side smash will kill as early as 80 or 70%, even on Jigglypuff, and kill at like 60 or 50. It is a very strong move. Probably one of the best side smashes in the entire game, but it is just a little bit too slow to actually be useful in most situations. If you do know that the opponent is going to roll a certain way, go for that read side smash though, because it will get you that early kill and will get you a stalk advantage. Down smash is a very good smash that Wario does have. It comes out very fast, it hits all the way around him, it'll hit multiple times, does high damage, has good knockback horizontally, And that's pretty much it. It doesn't really have way too much negative effects about it. It does have quite a bit of ending lag, so that is something that's not way too useful. But you can combo this out of your neutral air, which you can combo a lot of things on. You do have to hit only the first part of your neutral air though, or you have to hit both parts, but have a very weird timing so then you hit the ground without pushing them away. But if you do happen to get this, it's a very good combo. Most of the time I will go for the up smash because it is a little bit better with a tiny bit better startup, tiny bit better end lag. But overall, down smash is a very good one, and also a very good move to use if you don't want to stall your up smash out. Up smash is one of Wario's very fast smashes, which is something that he doesn't have way too much often. Most of his smashes are very slow, but this one has a pretty good startup. It has very good priority also, and it will kill really early. This is pretty much your kill smash, so if you do want to kill, if the opponent is in front and back or on top of you, go for that up smash and you'll get the early kill. A decent throw with okay knockback. It will not kill off the top, it is not a kill throw, but you can at very early percent try to go for the up throw, up B, or the up throw, up air. This is not guaranteed, so the opponent can't get out of it. There are no guaranteed combos with up throw, so it's really not my personal favorite, but you can go for it if you really want that up throw, up B, which is definitely not guaranteed. Down throw is once again one of your bread and butter throws pretty much for every character in the game. Now with him it's a little bit different because you pretty much can just combo into one move, which is either a dash attack at certain percents or a back air at very low percents. Usually I will go for the back air, but dash attack can sometimes combo into other moves like down tilt, not all the time though. So it usually is a down throw into at least one other attack, or you can go for a down throw into a neutral V if you really want to trick up the opponent a little bit. Down throw is your strongest throw because it is the only one that really combos well at all, so you should probably be going for it out of all your throws, but just your throws really aren't the best, so most of the time you will be wanting to go for your neutral B instead of your throw game. Back throw is a okay killing throw. Now it's really not way too strong and I wouldn't recommend to use it a ton, but if you are at very high percent like 130, 140 and so your opponent and you have some rage, back throw will definitely get that kill, shell that death out, and they'll just be dead. That's pretty much the only usage because it does not combo anything. You can try to back throw them off the stage because it does have pretty far throwing, and then after that you can try to gimp the opponent at early percents against someone like Little Mac. Other than that, you probably shouldn't use back throw unless you really want those kills at the end of the game. Forward throw is once again a little bit too strong to actually be useful, but a little bit too weak in order to actually kill. So once again with this throw, you can't really combo it into anything, and you can't really do any damage with it, so for forward throw, just ignore it. Neutral air is probably one of the least used, most underrated move that Wario has, which should actually be one of his most used moves because it is very good. Now the problem about neutral air is that the hitbox is pretty much right on Wario, which can be kind of hard, and a lot of the times with this move you'll have to hit the very beginning, then hit the ground, then you can combo into something like a forward air or an up smash or other little combos and strings. But the problem is it can be very hard to get your body right under theirs, then go for the neutral air, because the beginning part of the neutral air is pretty small even though it is your combo starter. If you do let the whole neutral air hit out, it will hit out pretty far. It can be a kill move actually, and will be one of your stronger kill moves in the air at least. So if you do want a okay all-around move, neutral air will be pretty strong. His fair is somewhat like Olimar, somewhat like Sheik's, in that way that it can just hit fair into fair and little combos like that. Fair is a pretty weak move, only doing about 6%, maybe 5% depending on how much you stalled it out. So it is not a strong move by any means, but you can throw out a lot of these. They have pretty much no ending lag, especially when you hit the ground, and they pretty much just give you some free damage. So if you cannot get the Nair because they are a little bit too far away, the forward air will probably be your second best choice. His Dare is actually another okay combo starter. Now the problem about his Dare is that it is very hard to hit. The hitbox is even worse than the Nair. But if you do happen to hit the part that'll bring the opponent down with you, you can go down air into a grab or down air into a jab. But the problem about down air is that it can have ending lag if you do not end it right before you hit the ground. So if you end it right as you hit the ground, you'll have a lot of ending lag. So it is very timing dependent and very hard to use. So most of the time I would recommend to not go for down air unless you really want to try to get some hard combos. But neutral air is overall a better move. Golf clapping the opponent is of course one of the best things to do in the game. With this move, it has been nerfed a little bit from Brawl, so it's not quite as good as it used to be, but you can still kill the opponent about 120% off the stage even when you have 0% on yourself, so it is definitely not a bad kill move by all means, but it's just not as strong as it used to be. So if you are used to the old Wario, the up air will not kill quite as early, and it will not seem quite as ridiculous, somewhat like the hoo-ha. Now, a really nice thing about this is that you can go neutral air and up air, and you can kill a very high percent, so that is very strong. And you can also do falling up airs, similar to how you can do falling up airs with Ness. So I would definitely practice both of those, and you'll probably get used to up air pretty fast. It's also very like Sonic, so if you're used to Sonic's up air, then you'll be very used to Wario's up air. Now, the back air is usually only just a kill move, and in this case, it is once again a very strong kill move, but it has something else up its sleeve this time. Now, it's not a combo move or anything like that, but it actually is the only move that can really continuously combo off of your down throw, so you'll actually be using your back air quite a bit. Now, this can actually make you stall out your back air, which can be a problem because it will definitely not kill as early on the side of the stage. So yeah, you probably should watch out on that. Don't use your back air way too much because it won't kill. But it is one of your best gimping moves, has a very good hitbox, comes out very fast, and is just a really strong killing move. Neutral B is a move that should be used quite a bit, and even more used than grab. Now, the thing about Neutral B is that it's kind of like Yoshi's, in the sense that you can switch which way you're facing in midair, which is very nice because it lets you just change the way you're facing, so you can go for some forward airs instead of back airs, and vice versa. But the best part is that it's pretty much like a grab in the air, and you can eat up projectiles, of course, but the grab in the air is really, really good. So if you get the opponent used to you forward airing, whenever you get close, you can instead go for a bite, and you'll get a free bite. They really can't do anything about it. Bite is very strong and a very good mix-up move. You should be using your bite a lot in your games. You can use it right as you get on the stage. You can use it just out of nowhere. You can use it as a forward air. You can do a lot of stuff with bite, so you should be using bite quite a bit if you're Wario main. If you aren't using bite right now, then you start your next game. The motorcycle is not good for the way that you're probably thinking, in that you ride it all the way and you just troll, but it's actually good because you can use it as a projectile. What you have to do is press side B and then side B again, or press the jump button, and then you will actually jump off your motorcycle. So that'll be pretty nice. What you can do is get on your motorcycle and immediately fling it at the opponent. So pretty much it's a very good projectile that they can't hit through, and this can block some stuff like the Samus shot, so it can be nice in that sense. Now, you could ride this and go for them taunts and just ride back and forth, but at high level play, you can actually get grabbed out of your motorcycle, and that just won't be the best. Now, a very nice thing about the motorcycle is that if you do happen to ride it and the opponent doesn't stop you for some reason, you can hold up and then press back down, and you'll do a little stomp on the opponent. It should kill pretty early. One of the better kill moves that you actually have, but just very hard to pull off. Up B is of course his recovery, so it's just a semi-decent recovery, but I'm actually going to go over how you can recover as Wario, because you do not just use your up B. So what you do first, at the very bottom of the screen, you jump of course, then you can go for your side B, and that will let you actually jump again. Then you can go for your fart if it's charged up at all, which will make you go higher again. Then you can go for your up B at last, which will make you go higher again. Now, if the opponent does hit you during any of this time, you can go for side B again if your motorcycle is already off the screen, or you can go for up B again. So Wario really is super hard to gimp. He has one of the best recoveries in the entire game, because there also are hitboxes on pretty much all of his moves. So try to remember that. Make sure not to just up B when you're trying to get back on stage, or else you will die quite a bit. Down B is the epic fart. Now, this fart does take quite a while to go off. The Wario Wrath. Some ways that you can actually make you charge it faster, though, is by eating your bike, which will also heal you 1%, just so you know, or by eating pretty much anything. You can eat some of the wood that Villager can get out of his tree, and you could just eat a bomb, for heaven's sake. You can eat a lot of stuff, but when you do eat a bomb, you will take some damage, so you have to remember that. But after you get it charged up, it'll be one of your best kill moves, and it can actually come out of nowhere, has a huge hitbox, comes out close to frame 1, it's just very strong, and one of the better kill moves for Wario. If you cannot get a kill, if you're having a very hard time getting a kill, you could run around with your motorcycle, try to space a little bit with that, and then wait for your down B. And once you get your down B, you can go for that, because that is one of your better kill moves. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you learned something about Wario, my little friend. And if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me in the comment section below what guide you would want for next week. I am actually doing 2 guides a week now, if you can tell. I'm going to have one on Tuesday and then one on Saturday. I want to get through all the guides. Then after I get through all these guides, I'll actually be going over how to play the characters in a different way, which will pretty much be how to play them as far as their playstyle. So this is more about their moves, more about movesets and stuff like that, but I'll be showing you firsthand exactly how to play the character, so hopefully you'll be hyped for that. But make sure to like, comment who you want for next week, and subscribe. And I do actually have all you guys' votes from the previous weeks, so keep that in mind, but you can vote again, and I'll put them higher on the list.